Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another movie review. This is for Cuttputlli. The OTT world is full of crime thrillers, psychological thrillers, and now Akshay Kumar has provided us with his own version of one. This movie follows the journey of Arjun, which is played by Akshay Kumar. He lands up in a Himachal town where there is a serial killer on the loose, and it's up to him, along with his other police officers, to get to the root of the problem and prevent another murder from taking place. So, did this crime thriller work? Did it engage us? Was it suspenseful? Let's find out. Akshay Kumar is back. We saw him in Prithviraj Chauhan recently. Then we saw him in Raksha Bandhan. Now we are seeing him in Cuttputlli. I like this fare of Akshay Kumar much better than his previous two releases. I think इसमें उसने कुछ अलग किया है. It lacked in some areas, but it also was fun in some other areas. And by fun, I mean suspenseful कि अब क्या होगा. The two female characters, एक जो सरगुन मेहता ने निभाया as the chief police officer and एक जो रकुल प्रीत ने निभाया as a teacher, at least उनको भी थोड़ा कुछ करने को मिला था इस movie में. So all in all, I'm appreciative that Akshay Kumar gave us this movie in a year where he gave us little to nothing else.
It is a scene by scene copy of the Tamil movie that it has been picked up from. But I would like to agree with you that finally there is something watchable which
Yes.
Akshay Kumar has delivered. Now, Akshay Kumar has on the record said it so many times that he only wants to make a lot of money and move on in his life. So I think that's what he's doing, making money.
For him, it's not quality, it's quantity. This one had some disappointment along the way. Lekin I have to say, it's refreshing to see Akshay in this kind of a cop role where he's a little more grounded. Jo visuals the is movie ke, I loved it. It felt like we were in Himachal, in Kasoli. I loved the colors. You know, it was like muted. There were darker tones to show कि ये crime thriller है. मुझे background score भी ठीक ठाक लगा. लेकिन my one issue with the music is कि वो गाना क्यों डाला बीच में. I don't understand वो गाना कहाँ से आया, क्यों आया. इस crime thriller में गाने की जरूरत नहीं थी. लेकिन Bollywood movie है तो गाना डालना जरूरी है. And also, the song had nothing to do with the movie whatsoever. वो airstrip में क्यों गए थे? Why were they dancing under an airplane? Why was Akshay Kumar turning into his Desi Boys avatar? I have no idea. He is like 10 years older from that movie. He didn't suit the song. I wanted so much to like Akshay Kumar dancing around. Like he looked like over the top. I'm glad कि उन्होंने कह दिया कि ये 36-year-old है. You know, he's not in his 20s. लेकिन even 36 seems young for Akshay Kumar these days.
I think Rakul Preet didn't have a role. इतनी stylish teacher मुझे यहाँ दिल्ली में नहीं दिखेगी तो हिमाचल में तो I don't know. I think she was only there to provide that important clue in the movie to bring the
Exactly.
story forward, but that could have been
Exactly.
any other character.
I guess I was talking about the amount of footage she got, but she wasn't needed at all. Now your love story
Yeah, that
चाहिए
could
थी.
be any other character.
Yeah,
That could have been a
exactly.
friend or somebody. I think that could
Yeah.
have been any other
Even her
character
first
because
scene, ये जो अक्षय कुमार से introduction होता है उसका, she's literally like giving him an interrogation right there. मैंने कहा ऐसी कौन सी teacher बोलती है किसी like a parent को on the first chance of meeting someone, and Akshay Kumar is just like taking it all in, and then they have to show Rakul overhearing Akshay when he says, "Marna क्यों है? ये नहीं अब आजमाते. Let's hire a tutor for her." So she has to hear कि wow, इसकी कितनी अच्छी सोच है. ये अच्छा आदमी होगा. And then even more idiotic than that scene was a carnival scene. I don't understand कि ये carnival कहाँ से आ गया था. वहाँ भी एक बंदी को introduce करना था वो छोटी सी लड़की.
that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. This character could have been even a male teacher. They would
Yes.
have bonded. Sargun, I believe she got a role, but again, I thought that she got wasted. We never came to know why she was like the way she was. She was just
Yes.
a SHO. She didn't have a story. She was just mean.
I didn't understand what her backstory was. अगर अपने काम पे this badass बनना है, maybe she's like, I have this role, so I am a badass and I'm gonna show it to you. लेकिन वो क्यों अक्षय को इतना degrade करती है? Is it
I know.
only because of nepotism? कि उसके dad की कुर्सी थी और ये fill करने आया है, so she's saying that I earned this, you didn't. So she was definitely putting him down But kyun? Did she struggle to
There
get
was
to where she is?
So the
What
character
doesn't?
missed that layer. Moving on to the other parts, Chandrachur Singh and Rishita Bhatt. Rishita was a refreshing view
Yeah,
to watch after a
that's
long
so
time. I
long.
think
Yeah.
so. I think that was okay, whatever she got, but then she disappears.
I like कि on the onset अक्षय अपना narration दे रहा है about serial killers. 7 साल से उसने काम किया है इस topic पे क्योंकि इसको movie बनानी है on serial killers. There's a few scenes where he gives reference to real serial killers, like the Zodiac killer, the MTK killer, even India में जो serial killers थे. So I really like that because they're trying to once again ground the film. I just like that they were setting a foundation. Yes, he didn't need to be this wannabe director जो ये crime thriller बनाना चाहता है. In the beginning of the movie felt कि ये comedy क्यों कर रहे हैं? Why is this uncle coming asking about his wife, finding out वो मर गई है and वो हंस रहा है, खुश होता है. बीच बीच में ये जो comedy elements आ रही थी, I was like ये psychological thriller है या comedy thriller है. लेकिन I like they have this much awareness कि in the movie when he's trying to pitch his ideas, all the producers are like wholesome movie बनाओ, रिश्तों वाली movie बनाओ, थोड़ा प्यार डालो, अपनी ending change करो. Movies में ना, especially Indian movies, you need to have a little bit of mirch masala from everywhere and you need to make a khichdi.
When you're talking about he remembering or recalling the real serial killers, I think that is just to validate the fact that he's been through all these things all this
Yeah,
while. बचपन से उसको शौक है
yeah,
whatever, लेकिन वो शायद आप अगर वो शुरू से उसको कॉप दिखाते तो एज अ कॉप यू नॉट इनटू ऑल दीज थिंग्स, थियोरेटिकली इतना नहीं होता जितना आप
yeah,
खुद के केसेस में इन्वॉल्व रहते हो, तो शायद वो वैलिडेट करने के लिए वो सारी
yeah,
बातें करी थी. What I liked about this character was he wasn't this rugged cop ki I'll fight
yeah.
for my right. This woman is not letting me do it. He was like, चलो ठीक है, मैं अपना काम कर रहा हूँ, करने दो, नहीं मिल रहा क्रेडिट जाने दो, क्योंकि he's not into Rohit Shetty's cop words that we call it over
वो
here. Because
सूर्यवंशी नहीं है ना इसमें. एक सरगुन उसकी superior है. She's a female and she doesn't believe in any bullshit. No nonsense लड़की है वो. वो मार भी देगी, गालियां भी निकाल लेगी. On the flip side, you have Arjun. He's simple, he's quieter. उसको हाथ पैर नहीं उठाना. He wants to use his brain to figure things out. So मुझे वो contrast अच्छा लगा, लेकिन ना हमको उसका पता चला, like we said, why she's like this, and we also don't understand why Akshay Kumar is like this.
there were so many illogical things that I want to question now. His Jijaji is at a higher post than him. He is pleading with him, मेरी बेटी को ढूंढ लाओ. Why, dude?
Yeah,
If you're
why?
pleading with him as a police officer, you're a police officer yourself. So I give it to him कि चलो, he's a father looking for his daughter. That's fine. Then you can't ask his mama to go and look for
Well,
him. He
maybe
can
because
be.
उसको पता चल गया था कि ये brainy है, इसको पता है कि serial killer कैसे काम करते हैं. Even his sister doesn't ask her husband. She goes, "Oh, तू ढूंढ ला मेरी बच्ची को."
चलो वो इमोशनल है, उसका समझ में आता है. But if you are a cop and
I
you're asking
know,
the cop,
100%.
uh,
So I
and
love in the
also
very beginning they went on with it. They showed कि यहाँ एक bench है overlooking this beautiful, hilly area, but there's something ugly going on. There's a body of like a teenage girl in a plastic bag just sitting there, and that girl is mutilated, like her face. Cut pe cut hai, her eye is gouged out. So, it's a
I
very
like green
brutal
stuff.
death that she went through. And they bring this up again and again. Jahan bhi koi body milti, it's the same MO. Serial killers like to leave a token of their identity, because it inflates their ego. And it is an
Yeah.
ego thing. They want their presence to be felt. So the whole lead up was कि serial killers मर्द होते हैं. They are the ones that commit these crimes. And then we find out at the very end कि it is a man, but it takes a woman's disguise. Why is the killer going after these girls? How does the killer find these girls? How does he decide कि कौन सी girl मैंने pick करनी है and why? Do you know what? जब वो magician पहली बार introduce हुआ था ना, I felt like this person is weird. क्योंकि एक तरफ ये magician बातें, अपना show कर रहा है, दूसरी तरफ there's this teacher and he creeped the hell out of me too. This teacher was ridiculing these girls कि उनको answers नहीं आते, the way he was grabbing them, how he took advantage of these girls. He's getting like sexual pleasure off of them. At the same time, the school is saying we respect girls and their safety, and our teachers are a big component to that safety. And wahan pe ek teacher hi, ye sab kar raha hai with his student. Is there a connection between the magician and this teacher? Because after he went to the assembly himself, he became so relaxed, like क्योंकि उसको पता है कि किसी ने कुछ नहीं कहना, I'm not gonna get caught. So the power position जो होती है, especially in front of a teenage girl, I thought that was shown pretty well क्योंकि ये होता है.
The story developed in an interesting manner because the actual why the killer was doing this could only be given by the killer. You would never have guessed it during the movie.
Yeah.
It could have been the teacher, it could
Yeah.
have been somebody from the school, it would have been the auto driver, or maybe some of the cops over there because
Yeah.
they look shady too. The characters, especially the female, didn't have a layer to the
Yeah, they were
characters.
one-dimensional.
They were not written very powerfully. You have killings going on. You have everything. You know what is happening. And then there is this stupid drama. we've हम ना आपके स्कूल में इसलिए आए हैं, हम आपको ये बताना चाहते हैं कि सीरियल किलर के साथ ऐसा हो जाएगा. एंड शी इज आस्किंग हिम कि हम उसको घर क्यों नहीं छोड़ के आ रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम इसको बेट बनाएंगे ताकि किसी और को ना उठा ले.
I understood because I was like, okay, इनको पता है कि कौन सी लड़की next target होगी. वो सबको ही समझा रहा है, खासकर उस लड़की को कि ये करो. And then with the phone, he gets her to call him, so he has the number. All of that is fine.
Again, there is a twist.
Yeah,
it's not that girl.
Exactly.
It's something
and
else.
All of that happens, and nahi. It's not her, it's her twin sister that they just followed.
When they tried to find out the history of this girl, did they never find out that she had a twin?
Exactly. Where you have to suspend your belief the most is the actual house where all of this starts happening. The girl figures out कि यहाँ कुछ गलत हो रहा है. The doll heads are there. It's a really creepy looking place. उसको पता लगता है, वो कॉल करती है उसको, है ना? And I'm like, she is deaf. She cannot hear. लेकिन
she wasn't deaf.
हाँ.
Because they thought it was the woman who was actually deaf, but it wasn't the woman.
And it wasn't. So when Akshay finally gets to the house and he's like yelling and screaming on the phone, and we know that this Bandi is actually not deaf, she couldn't hear Akshay screaming on the phone.
And let me tell you, they are in the mountains. You shout here, you can hear it there, and it's an empty house on an empty road in the middle of the night.
When this killer is not deaf, why didn't the killer take care of Akshay first? वो क्यों zombie की तरह उस लड़की को ढूंढ रहा है? Every room was exactly the same. That was kind of freaky. I was like,
also, tell me something. When this killer attacks Rakul in the end, towards the end of the movie, this guy says, "Yeah, because I'm investigating something. So, क्या तुम मेरे घर आओगे?" हाँ, मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए आ जाता हूँ. You're a case. You're trying to find a girl. You're after a killer. मैं अपनी girlfriend के घर होके आता हूँ.
How did this killer know कि इसी के घर जाना है अब? And how did the killer make it there first when
the
killer is in a car getting there? I was like, what the hell?
The killer was actually on the same, the home was actually on the same path. That I give it to them. That's fine. And he gets another girl he wants to kill. That's also fine. Because वो random लड़कियां ही उठा रहा था. He just used to call a volunteer और जो volunteer मिली, उसने उसको मार दिया. So this girl, he got, क्योंकि वो वाली भाग गई तो नई लड़की मिल गई, इसको मार दिया. He never knew कि वो उसकी girlfriend and all that.
When one of these girls is murdered and he is carrying a body to the morgue to figure out, कि क्या हुआ, क्या नहीं हुआ, and you see flashbacks to when he carried a little baby from the day that baby was born. So, कि पहले I'm like looking at this baby carrying a baby and now someone's daughter is dead. And then I also really liked his scream inside the car. For 1 second, I thought, क्या ये तो नहीं है, क्योंकि वो कैसे weird behave करके गाड़ी में जा रहा था. And then I thought कि पीछे बैठा होगा कोई. जो shift होता है सरगुन मेहता का, that's like अचानक as well. तो ये actually it makes sense क्योंकि जब तक अपने पे नहीं आती ना, people don't care, they don't change. तो ये उन्होंने दिखाया है, which makes sense. Lekin Gayatri, the biggest issue I had was with the climax itself, the ending. Everything happened so fast. It just tied up in a little red bow. Okay, there you go. Ye hai ending. How the hell did Rakul get there before the cops got there? How the hell did Akshay get there so fast? How did he know where to go?
So there was this खंडर जहाँ पे बहुत सारी चिड़ियाँ एकदम से उड़ती है, क्योंकि वो एक आइसोलेटेड प्लेस है. आप वहां पर जाओगे तो ही वुड नो दैट कि वहीं पर कोई है.
जब वो आई है, वो अक्षय को दिलासे दे रही है, it's okay, सब कुछ ठीक है. What about your niece who was almost killed, who was kidnapped, जो
And that
इतनी सी
poor
है?
girl is like, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ hug लेने? She's like,
Exactly.
यहाँ पे.
नीस की नहीं परवाह. वो जो अर्जुन बैठा है, 36 साल का आदमी, पुलिस ऑफिसर, उसको दिलासे देने हैं. जो
हाँ,
8
you're
साल की
being
लड़की
harsh.
है, उसको नहीं कुछ पूछना. एक
तो
सेकंड
ठीक
में
है.
love life, your lover is more important than your niece. And then वही के वही ये मूवी खत्म. I was like,
तो
okay.
क्या चाह रही थी तुम कि अब एक वेडिंग उसका दिखा दें और तुम्हें elaborate लहंगा इन सब्यासाची दिखा दे?
You know, loose ends थोड़े tie कर दो.
Akshay didn't have dates. I'm sure he would have completed this movie in what 50 days because सब कुछ तो set था, story set थी, remake करना था, scene by scene copy करना था.
Wait,
Give
so
an
would you
answer.
recommend this movie?
I think yes, if you want to pass some time over the weekend and if
Yes.
you have nothing else to see.
अगर आप अक्षय कुमार के फैन हो and you have been so disappointed with his last few outings, अगर आपको marginally कुछ अच्छा देखना है उसका तो ये देख सकते हो.
Or if you don't have a budget to visit Himachal right now, the cinematography is
Exactly.
absolutely stunning.
अगर आपको हिमाचल घूमना है घर बैठे बैठे तो ये जरूर देखो. And that's about it. क्योंकि direction जो भी है, the screenplay was so haphazard sometimes that it didn't make sense, especially if this is the second outing. It's not good to do scene by scene by scene by scene copy. Thoda changes layout so people who have seen the original are still able to get surprises in the new one. I don't want to say mailing it in, but he needs to like get
But
something
he's
original
cashing
out
it in.
there. And also Gayatri, that's what I'm saying. अगर original है, वो movie देखता and वहां पे जो सही नहीं बैठ रहा था, इसमें change कर लेता.
As long as it's good and entertaining, you go for it. If you don't like it, there is OTT platforms and then there is Kirti's channel. You need to subscribe it.
गायत्री की बात मानो and हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो and also comment भी करो. What did you think of this movie? Do you think Akshay Kumar is now getting back to the right track? कि वो अभी भी भूल भुलैया में ही घूम रहा है वो? You see what I did there? Please follow us on social media. I am Pari602. Gayatri is.
And I'm Gayatri.Pura. And as always, I'm not a puri.
She is not a furry. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time with another review of some other movie. Until then, bye.